Molly May, will you come out to play? Your smile takes the edge off of the day, and you're a light that brightens.
This is Molly May, a Bod Pause Pod and other nice stuff with me, Molly May. Hi, Chabash. It's Molly May here. Welcome to what I'm doing here, sitting in front of a microphone. I'm gonna try. This is you actively listening to me trying to get my shit together, because I don't want to cry this episode. I don't want this podcast to like go out there and then the tagline is like, oh, that girl that gets wet boogers in your ear drums. Because today, we're talking body shame, fat shaming, and this stupid diet culture that we exist in. The only diet that I am interested in hearing about is when Vinny on Jersey Shore talks about he calls himself a keto Guido. You guys, I love Jersey Shore so much. And Pauly D gives him, God, I love Pauly D. I can't believe I'm saying this, because when Jersey Shore first aired, I did not love Pauly D. But he gives Vinny shit like every 5 seconds for being skinny Vinny. It's like the keto diet or the ketogenic diet is like a low carb situation, and that's all the attention that it needs. But yeah, guys, you need to watch this Jersey Shore family reunion situation. It's obviously having an effect on me. I can't get enough of Pauly D. I can't believe that I'm saying that. Pauly D makes me laugh out loud every episode. And like, I'm just like sitting on the couch watching this by myself because I'm married to a man who's like World War II Ken Burns docs are a little more his speed than the adverse, like the 180 shift to Jersey Shore. Not even the original Jersey Shore, the Jersey Shore reunion, like 10 years later in Miami. But back to the diet thing. If you eat a salad for lunch over pizza, it's cool. Likely the people around you don't give a hoot because they're eating pizza. And that's really all the perspective that I have on diet culture, is that it's stupid, and keep it to yourself because nothing is more annoying. Riots, not diets. Okay, I got way ahead of myself. Let me start over. Tricky McMickey over here. Guys, the song of the week is on theme. It's nice when like everything can just fall together like that. Like glitter through what do they call them? An hourglass? Do they make hourglasses that are just filled with glitter instead of sand? Gorgem. I need to find one. Gorgem Alorja. Christmas gift. Find it. Put it on my Amazon wish list. I'll make it public. Presents. Okay, the song. So I'm going to put everything off because I don't want to talk serious. The song is Shame, Shame, Shame. And the song has been redone like every decade. And if you have a moment, I wasn't able to find it on Spotify. But if you have a moment, Tina Turner and Cher did a duet of this magic, wearing coordinating fringe sequins maxi dresses, and are just belting out the most heartfelt scream sing, when they both get that, and it's just like, oh, guttural, and it all comes from right in between their chest booby bones. But then like their range is, and it's a feeling. It's not something I can describe with words. But it just like, it's just so good. It just like shakes your solar plexus. But the Song of the Week version is not that version. It's just like a dick tease. My favorite version is the 1975 Shirley and Company original. It's been in my morning routine, like my hype routine, for like 3 months now. And it hasn't let me down yet. It's a perfect, like, gentle shoulder work shimmy. And also like full car rage belting. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame. Okay, guys, what I can't take off this week. And I've been saying this over and over and over and over and over to all of you, is to wear swimsuits as bodysuits. And I did it this week. And guys, I was featured in the newspaper in the style section. And I'm wearing just a swimsuit. Okay, full story. Probably the most awkward interview of my life. And like at this point, I'm a pretty awkward human. I was 3 PBRs in, Pabst Blue Ribbons, if you're not down with the cheap yellow beer lingo. And the reporter was like, I was sitting there with my mom and my husband and my Emily. And the reporter came up to me and she was like, hi, have you ever been in the style section of City Pages newspaper? And I was like, no, what? And she's like, do you want to be? And I was like, yeah. And so my mom is just like, and like ran away. It was very cute. So the woman looked at me and she was like, okay, how old are you? And I just looked at her and I was like, oh, I'm entering my Jesus year. I can't make this up. And she just looks at me and she's like, I don't, like being so polite and like, my God, who's this like weird fucking Bible beater? And then I was just like, oh, Jesus died when he was 32. And I just stumbled upon that weird random fact recently because I watched Jesus Christ Superstar, and then I did a whole lot of Jesus-like Googling, and 30. I'm entering my Jesus year, which is 32. Apparently, people say that. And I like went on for like 30 seconds, and she just wanted to know how old I am. But I'm not 32. I'm 31. It's in the paper. I lied about my age, guys. But yeah, I was in the paper wearing my new swimsuitsforall.com off the shoulder, very Duchess Meghan Markle moment. And we'll post the video, or it's not a video. I'm not lucky enough to have a video. It's a photo. And the look on my face is like it's super cheeky. I can't even. It's the super cheeky closed mouth smile. Like the combination of I just made a fool of myself saying that I'm entering my Jesus year and I'm 3 PBRs in and I'm wearing a swimsuit and I'm just like grinning. And it's like I'm beyond honored to be featured in such a cool way. And like seeing your name in print is always a cute moment. And I feel very just like hand to chest about it. Thank you. Like swimsuits work, people. The last time that I was in a newspaper was probably when I graduated high school, and it was like the obligatory like senior headshot. So it was nice. Who to follow this week, please? Peas and carrots. Her name is Kaguya, and her handle is p.s.h. S.Kaguya. She is, I'm just like drooling over her. She's so divine. She's my latest and greatest fashion inspiration. She's beyond hot. She's one of those women that I don't call people hot enough. She's hot. And she has she's a perfect blend of fully styled pro shots and, her perfectly styled camo pants, t-shirts, shots, just hanging out. She's just a joy in the feed. And there was that immediate feeling of oh, I want to know you, be my friend. When you see someone, you're like, oh, wow, they're great. I want them in my life. But check her out to feel all the feels that I feel for her too. And tell me if you get heart palpitations. She had a post a while ago, I think that is fitting, and reflecting on how bizarre it is for her to be calling herself a model. Because when she started on Instagram, she was trying to fit in with everybody else, like society, and people telling her that she isn't skinny enough, tall enough, even people saying you're a model, but oh, you're not, how could you be signed? And she ended the post by saying, I wrote down a quote from her, I ultimately wanted to see girls like me in the billboards, in campaigns and commercials, in movies and on stage. I'm here for all you guys who have felt a certain type of way, who have been told that you couldn't do certain things because of the way you look. But at the end of the day, fuck everyone. And that's how perfectly, it's my perfect sum up of Kaguya. She's so lovely. Thus leading me to my favorite personal acronym mantra, which is FOIF. F-O-I-F. Fuck off, I'm fat. It's the equivalent of suck my D or you're a douche. All of that is getting bleeped. I don't even know why I tried. But, FOIF. Full disclosure, that mantra of FOIF is new for me. Newish. I have been fat shamed for years, in a myriad of ways. Fat shaming, God, it comes in so many ways. But I think the one that sometimes can hurt the worst is the delicate, passive-aggressive way of making people feel shitty for being less than skinny in any area, right? That's a typical case. And there's also fat shaming that's just hey, you lazy turd fat face. You're a lazy turd fat face. Fat shaming is different, but not far off from body shaming. This kind of shaming used to show up in my self-talk all the time, right? My inner monologue, my own thoughts. And I'm working on curbing that hateful self-talk. It's a journey, and it's a relationship. And I've said that so many times, that having a relationship with yourself is so hard and it's so important. Body shaming, fat shaming is such an easy thing that we do internally, right? And I used to dish it out all the time. And I was restricted by it. Often fat shaming comes out of people's mouths without even knowing it. Just ignorant. And this is the world we live in. And since I've been, aware really of my speech and my fat shaming, I'm heightened to it, right? And so I used to think that I was just being way too sensitive about stuff. And sometimes I am. And that's just a part that goes along with my own internal FOIF. But sometimes you need to stick up for yourself. For example, in my leather thong peak, a woman told me that she was surprised that I could dance as good as I did as a plus size girl. Like, because my thighs touched when I stand, I must not be able to put one foot in front of the other in rhythm. Or because I have large upper arms, I must be afraid to use them like they're attached to my body instead of just slamming them in my pockets and nodding my head to the rhythm. That sucked. And there was another time, also in my leather thong peak. That's when all this started, in my leather thong peak, when I started like really noticing this. A girl out of the blue just straight up texted me that I'm fat and then blocked me. It was like her pinprick in me because, I mean, granted, my friend had just dumped her. And like, I'm not making excuses for like, I'm not even involved in this relationship. Like, hi, excuse me, ma'am. What does my body have to do with your failed relationship? But she like needed that hurtful closure, I guess, to know that like our friendship was over. But it was just like, blah, 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 blah. And you're fat, and then blocked. An instance happened to me even more recently this week. And there's heavy breathing in the microphone. I was going to try to delicately explain the situation, but like push comes to shove, and there are some people that I need to protect in this story, and maybe someday I'll be able to get it all out, because it's still an incredibly fresh wound, and the story loses a little bit of its gravitas with some of the details that I am going to choose to leave out, but I need to share the gist of it. I was body shamed in front of a group of people this week by one person, and I wasn't paying any attention, and I barely noticed it. Noticed it enough to just be like, whatever. But then later, the next day, one person that was standing in that group called me and then left me a voicemail and then sent a text. So I'm like, oh my God, something is wrong. Someone is sick or hurt. So I responded. I was like, yes, hello. And then the response I got was basically like a full 3-paragraph situation saying, hey, I saw you get body shamed, which was ultimately like just me getting body shamed all over again. And like it was like that second call out, that like reminder that was the triggering thing for me in all the ways that my therapist says is triggering for me. And was there good intention? Likely. Did I cry in the bathroom like someone had ripped my big toenail off? Because it reminded me that to someone, I am seen as lazy, as less than, as ugly, as a problem, as unhealthy. This is what all of that triggered in me. Issues. And it sucks because it's like, it knocks me down a few pegs, you know? Like, how dare I be so confident to wear a swimsuit as an outfit? How dare I wear a crop top on a hot day? And like, this is initially where that self-talk goes when you're body shamed out of the blue. And this is when having your people, like your core, your tribe, is crucial. Because there are some humps that you just can't get over alone. And it's okay to talk about how you were just fat shamed and why you sobbed in the bathroom because you're looking back in self-doubt at every fashion decision that you've made the last month. And you know what? FOIF. My coworker, when I came back from the bathroom, like every great coworker, she's like, oh, shit, I see you. she told me to go meditate. And within 10 minutes, I was myself again. And it's, oh my God, it's so amazing what just like a few freeing breaths can do. And it's so hard. It's so fucking hard to not let other people dictate how we carry ourselves. Like one of life's like biggest hurdles right there. But what we can do is take the moment and take a breath and like choose how we react in that moment and choose how that message is going to affect us. And say, you know, I'm not here for that. Or God, if you got to say it out loud, you know, that makes me feel kind of shitty. And explain why that makes you feel shitty. And if their good intention, you know, dissipates in the wash, then you always have FOIF. Fucking FOIF! FOIF! God, anytime something gets halfway serious around here, I just like turn into it. What I say before, like I get boogery in your eardrums. Sorry. This is why I'm such a clown, because the second something is halfway real, I literally melt. And it's, I mean, if one single human is even listening right now, wow, thank you. But I want you to know that the feeling that you're feeling, like after a body shaming moment, whether it's less than self-talk or body shaming from a third party, that it sucks. And I'm here right this second with you. And God, fucking heaven forbid if you are a body shamer. And I hope you're hearing this and analyzing your own language and curbing your intentions to inclusivity and nothing but fucking love. You know, you may think that I'm lazy and you may think that I'm ugly and you may think that I can't dance because I'm a big girl. Oh, you're fucking wrong. And that's hard to say. You know, sometimes my butt gets stuck in chairs. Like my butt actually got stuck in the chair at the dog park the other day. And then it's really hard to say that you're wrong, but you're wrong. You're wrong. And I need you to help me say it, right? You're wrong. I've been trying to hold my own finger to the flame recently. Like, how do I say it? Like not enabling body or fat shaming self-talk, like when other people say it out loud, like about themselves. So example, I take a lot of headshots and like not only of myself, selfies, but in an actual camera, headshots of people. It's part of my list of duties in the daily grind that is a 9 to 5. And I shot this gorgeous woman recently, and a week goes by and she shoots me a message. She says, "Hi, can we try for a reshoot tomorrow? Sorry, I know I'm being picky." And my response was like, "Oh yeah, I can't tomorrow. Like we can figure it out. What's not working?" And her response was my double chin. And I'm just like, this kind of shit sucks. So I responded like, blah, blah, blah. There's a master list. Let's get you on it. We'll reschedule it. If you want to get booked, blah, blah, blah. But let me be the first to say this. This is in writing. Let me be the first to say this very loudly in your ear. You're delusional. There is only a gorgeous fucking woman in these photos. If something was wrong, I'd not have edited it. No body shaming here, girl. And then I said, "Are you seeing how fucking gorge you are? Like, we will reshoot if you need." Her response was, "Thanks, Smalls. I needed that this morning," with just a smiley emoji. And maybe that was her being like eye-rolly and, "Oh, this is annoying. I'll get someone else to shoot this." Or maybe it was really just like, nope, she's right. And I'm delusional. And it's nice that someone thinks I'm nice. I hope that's what she's saying. And it takes guts, I think, to tell a higher ranking coworker that they're delusional, like fucking verbatim. And it takes guts and practice to respond to a text that says, "You're perpetuating the problem that really hurt my feelings." And it takes guts to look in the mirror and say, "I don't hate my bell." And its bell is belly. It took a long time for me to call my belly my bell. And it's like, it sounds like I'm sitting here being pious as hell and saying, I'm saying this because you can do it too. And you have to. If I had all the money in the world right now, I'd do like a cheesy cliche Michael Jackson quote of the one song where he talks about like looking at stuff and then what he's going to do after he looks at the thing and then what's going to happen after that. And you're going to, I've already said too much. Probably going to get sued. Moral of the story. Moral of the story. I can't quote songs without royalties, and Michael Jackson is going to cost me $10 million. But real moral of the story is fill the cup. Fucking fill that cup and let it spill over, and then we'll all put our fucking lips on the table and suck it up together while we all hold our hair back. Well, that's a party. FOIF. Shabish. Thank you, love you, Smoochie. And if you got this far in the pod, I'm impressed as fuck and really grateful to have you listening. If you want to know more information about me or the show, check out the show page on matriarchdm.com, where we host all of the What I Can't Take Off, our progressive Spotify playlist from the songs of the week, and obviously the reminder of who to follow for the week, all in a nice little fucking Matriarch Digital Media bow. Theme song is Molly May by Ben Karen. Like, I'll never get over saying that. It's so good, right? Thanks for listening. You're so cute.